Hi everyone, this is Joy. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is for Spellbinders and I'm using dies from their new Expressions of Love collection. And it is the Sunday Sunset Drive and Expressions of Love Sentiments. Now here is the Sunday Drive die that you're going to need, and I'm just showing you the pieces here that I've already die cut. So you will need this die set before you can use the Sunday Sunset Drive die set. It's kind of like an add-on in a way. So here are the pieces that I am using, and I'm using Snow Cone from Cardstock Warehouse, the cardstock that I'm using for the card itself. I'll be using some Kraft and some white cardstock along with some silver mirror cardstock, red cardstock for the brake lights, and I believe that's it. So I'm just going to start putting this together. So here you have the base of the car, and I'm going to add the tires, and I've die cut that from ebony cardstock, so there was something else, the tires. And I'm just going to adhere those down with a little bit of liquid glue. And I'm going to put part of this together, and then we'll put the cute little people in, and then we'll put the rest of this card together. Now here is the bumper, and I die cut this from some silver mirror cardstock, and I'm just using some foam tape behind that because I do want that to have some dimension. And I'm just going to adhere that at the bottom of the back of this cute little convertible car. Now here is the sentiment. This sentiment is from the Sunday Sunset Drive. You've got the sentiment and then the little frame around it that cuts the whole thing out. I die cut that from white cardstock, and I'm just going to adhere that down to the trunk. The trunk actually does open, which is really super cute as well. And this sentiment says, "You and me." And then I'm going to come in and put together what looks like the back seats of the car. So you have that little white piece, and then I've got the Kraft piece behind it. And I just didn't scoot the Kraft piece down far enough, so I actually trimmed off where you can see a little bit of the white. If you were going to put something else there, like the flowers or the leaves that come in the Sunday Sunset Drive kit, then I wouldn't worry about it. But I just trimmed that off, and again, using some liquid glue, sliding that into place, adhering that down, and now you've got what looks like the back of the seats to this cute little convertible. I die cut the windshield and the mirrors from the silver mirror cardstock. I also did that with the brake lights. I did that in silver mirror cardstock and in red cardstock. So I'm just adhering the cute little side mirrors onto the front of the car, just using my tweezers to hold that in place while it dries. The tool-in-one is fantastic for getting out these little tiny pieces. I'm going to use some foam tape behind the lights because, again, I want those to have some dimension. It just really makes this car look 3D. So I'm going to adhere those down, and because it has that little opening and you have the foam tape behind it, it's already sticky, so you can just pop in the little red lights. You're just going to basically inlay those into the silver framed part of the brake lights. So I'm making sure those are nice and straight. Now I'm coming in with the red pieces, just some red cardstock, and I'm just going to adhere those in, and look how cute that looks. Okay, now here is the Sunday Sunset Drive, and you've got this cute little couple. You could also do two guys, two girls. I mean, you can mix it up however you want. So he has his little t-shirt there, his hair pieces. The t-shirt also comes with some cuffs if you wanted a longer shirt. There's a longer shirt that goes along with this. I'm making these guys dress pretty casual, so I'm keeping it that way. So here is the girl pieces with her little arms and her little body. She's got a couple little tank tops there, which I did in pink. The guy's shirt I did in gray. And then here is her little hair. She has 3 different hairstyles. I'm going with the longer hairstyles. She also has a scarf that looks like it's blowing in the wind. And so I've die cut that from pink and white cardstock, and we will adhere that together. And then here is the other little hair piece for the guy. So we're going to get this glued together, these little guys, and get them stuck into this car. So adding just, again, a little bit of liquid glue, lining up the shirt. Again, if you wanted to do the long sleeve shirt, it has like the cuffs for the sleeves and the collar that you can do. But like I said, I wanted to keep these guys casual. They are going for a Sunday Sunset Drive, and so it just felt like spring or summer to me, and they needed to be in short sleeve shirts and a tank top. So I'm just adhering that down. I'm using the smaller of the tank tops for the girl. And here is the pink and white scarf that I'm going to adhere together. You adhere this on before you put on her hair. because her hair will go over it. Well, for the long hair, will go over it. But see, it looks like it's flying behind her, like they're going really fast in their cute convertible. Just adhering down the cardstock there. And now you've got these cute little characters to go inside your car. So I'm just going to line those up and add a little bit of glue to them and just stick this down. I've actually been watching Yana do this when she adheres things, and I'm like, that is genius. It makes it so simple and so easy. So I definitely tried it and it works. But now you've got those cute little people in there. Now I need to adhere the front of the car on. In the Sunday Drive die set, it does come with a steering wheel, but obviously we don't need that because we've got the cute little couple in the car and you won't even see it. But isn't that darling? Now let's work on our background. I have a piece of white A2 sized card adhered down to my work surface. I am coming in with My Favorite Things Cloud Stencil. I'm using Distress Oxide inks in, what is this one? This is Worn Lipstick. I'm going to do Dried Marigold and Squeezed Lemonade for this sunset. I'm coming in with the clouds, and then I'm just going to then come back in with another stencil, the Ray of Light stencil from My Favorite Things. And I'm just going to do it in the same color combination, and you'll see as we go along. And I'm just doing it very lightly. I don't want it super duper dark, but I just thought the ray of sunlight, sometimes you see that coming through the clouds. I thought that would be really super cute with this little couple driving into the sunset. So again, coming in with the Worn Lipstick where I already have the Worn Lipstick with the clouds. Same thing with the Dried Marigold and then with the Squeezed Lemonade. And I really am being very light-handed with this. I don't want to have crazy stripes going up the top of my card. Once that's done, I'm going to remove the stencil, come back in because I want to soften the lines between the white and the colored ink. So coming back in with each color in that same color zone, basically, and just lightly blending that out. And you can see how that softens it. As I was doing this, I thought, you know, I probably should have done the Ray of Light first and then come in with the cloud stencil. So I'm just going to come back in, add a little bit more a darker area for the clouds, and as you can see there, that really did make a difference. Once that's done, I'm going to add a little bit of a darker pink right at the base, and then that cute little sunset sky is all done. I'm going to gently peel back this purple tape, and then you will see we've got this nice little straight horizon line. Now I'm going to tape that off because now we want to tape off to ink up for our road and our grass. Again, just coming in with the purple tape, I'm lining up my tape next to the car because I want to make sure the back end is on the road, the tires are on the road. I don't make my road too skinny. So I'm just kind of eyeballing, lining that up, getting a general idea of where this road needs to be. I'm going in at an angle so it looks like the road is getting farther away, making sure that it's even on both sides of this piece of cardstock. Once that's done, I'm going to come in with some hickory smoke and some black soot, blending out this road that they're driving on. This turned out to be a perfect combination for a concrete road. So just very light with the hickory smoke, and then on the edges coming in with the black soot and blending that in, leaving that inside a lighter color really lend well to a good shading. So coming back in with that hickory smoke, blending all that out, and then we've got this great little road for the car to drive on. Once I'm done peeling that back, I'm going to tape off that section, and now where the white section is, we're going to be adding some grass. So just using that purple tape and leaving a little bit of, a very tiny thin line of the inked edge showing, so that way you don't have a white line between the road and the grass. Now I am using Mowed lawn and pine needles for the grass area. Coming in with the Mowed lawn first, then I'm going to darken it up a little bit with the pine needles and just blending that till you get a nice good blend between the two colors. The pine needles kind of softens how bright Mowed lawn is. So I'm just going to finish blending those two together, and then I will remove all the tape and we can get the rest of this scene put together. And as you can see, that's coming together nicely. So gently pull back your tape and look at how cute. It turned out so great. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so I was really happy with how it turned out. Now in the Sunday Sunset Drive, there is flower dies that you can see there on the right side of my screen and some leaf dies. I just die cut all of the flowers in white cardstock. The sky was colorful enough for me and I didn't want it to be too much. So I'm just doing the white flowers, adhering that down with some liquid glue, and then the little white, I'm doing little white centers on the flowers as well. Sorry about the sunshine coming through. Normally I have my window blocked off and totally forgot about it. And about partway through this, I'm like, why is this so bright in here? So I do end up closing that, but sorry about that, guys. So adding the glue, finishing off those cute little dots on the inside, and then I'll trim off any of those excess pieces going off the edge. I did that so it did not look like all of these flowers were just floating in the middle of the card. It looks like it's going off further than the eye can see off the side of the page or off the front of the card. Now that that's done, I'm going to die cut the sentiments from the Expressions of Love sentiments, and it says Forever Yours out of silver mirror cardstock. That is from Cardstock Warehouse. Now I'm not going to add any dimension behind these sentiments like I normally do because the car will be popped up on foam tape, and I think I want that to be the only thing that has dimension. Now I'm coming in with some thread, some white thread. I just cut a piece off and I'm taping the end of it, and there's probably about 5 pieces of thread in this little clump of thread. I'm going to tape this underneath the card because those hearts at the bottom of the die are going to be hanging behind them on this cute little thread. So I'm adding some foam tape behind the car, and then I will just adhere the thread right directly to the foam tape and adhere that down to the card panel. Just removing the release paper, centering that thread right in the middle of that bottom piece, right in the middle of the card, and then coming in and just adhering that down right where I want it on the road. And I've already lined up those little cute little hearts. These are Kiss Me Clay hearts from Honeybee Stamps. And I'm just going to use some liquid glue to adhere those down right on top of the string. Once those are done drying, then I will trim off the excess pieces of thread that are hanging down below the hearts. I just wanted to get them in place. I wanted to lay them out. I thought this would be the best way for me to do it, using just the tiniest bit of liquid glue. And then you've got this cute little dangly thing hanging behind. It also would be cute if you did not glue the hearts down to the actual cardstock so they would move around. That would be cute as well. So now I'm going to adhere down the sentiment at the top of the page. Again, this says Forever Yours. This is from the Expressions of Love sentiments from Spellbinders. I'm going to finish the top off with a few more of those Kiss Me Clay hearts. They come in different colors. There's red, there's pink, white, and then there's like a black and white mix. They're so super cute. And I thought the pop of red on this would be a lot of fun. So I'm just going to adhere those down. And now I'm going to attach this to a white A2 size card base. And then this card is finished. And look at that cute little scene. I had so much fun making this because, like I said, I have never made a scene like that before, and I had a blast. I'm so glad it turned out so good. I want to thank you guys so very much for stopping by and watching. I appreciate you. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, comment, and share. I do have some affiliate links below. They cost you nothing to use, but it helps me, so thank you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.